What's up, dude? I just wanted to get in touch with you and share a little bit about why rest is so ultra crucial. But first, I wanted to share a little bit about my own story. I live here in Japan and run numerous businesses. I was super heavily involved with numerous different organizations, volunteering my time to help out, especially with younger people and education and things like that. And starting up a new business, I had mentioned in previous videos that it started out as kind of like a little side business, but then it grew and grew and grew, started to take up a lot of my attention. And many days I would be kind of get up, rush, have breakfast, have some time with my wife, and then be off to the races for 12, 14 hours. And that continued, and it was fun. So it was easy to do it. And resting wasn't as fun. And I think for me, I'm the kind of guy who thrives when I see progress. So when I basically didn't even really want to rest. I was just dude, this is so fun. I want to keep going 14 hours a day, sometimes 6, 7 days a week, sometimes even 8 days a week. And then after, probably a year and a half or two, between that and the other 3 companies we're running and all the volunteering and stuff, I didn't really cut anything out. But what happened was basically my eyes stopped working. So I went for lunch with a buddy and I was talking to him, and all of a sudden it was just kind of the middle of my vision just turned black, and it stayed black. It wasn't oh, I need to blink, or oh, I need to take my contacts out. It just stayed black. And so that was a huge warning sign for me. Ended up doing all these different tests and getting my brain checked and my heart checked and all this stuff. My friend has had brain cancer and overcome it. She's an older lady, and she was kind of you should get that checked out. Please do it now. And went to the neuro, I don't know what it's called in English now, neuro hospital, where they check your brain and stuff. And the doctor was just this is super emergency. You're getting checked into the hospital now. And so I ran home, got my stuff, went back to the hospital for 3 weeks, and proceeded to not sleep or enjoy anything for a long time. And then I just got more and more stressed, more and more tired, and my condition got worse and worse and worse. But in that time, when you're just sitting in a room for 27 hours a day, you get a chance to stop and reflect and think about stuff. One of the really big things that I learned was that I was neglecting rest. So I started to do that. First of all, I switched all of my devices into night shift mode, where it's kind of orange, cut down the blue light, stop looking at my phone for 30 minutes first thing in the morning in a pitch black room. And already those things helped a lot. Started to get a better regimen of getting enough sleep, taking a day off at least per week, implementing vacations when possible, and also working out with my wife and all these different groups and organizations that I was involved with, how I can fade out a little bit and not be the center point man on every single thing. And so that was a process that took a few months, but thankfully everybody was just kind of whoa, you're about to die, so maybe we should take on some responsibility, or maybe we should not put all this responsibility on you. And so that helped us to sort things out initially. I think everybody has different ways of kind of recharging and refueling. I have a lot of friends who are just I just want to go for a hike, and they'll go for a hike and just stare at the clouds and look at the view and then be wow, I'm so refreshed and invigorated. For me, I think I need downtime to be alone and to just kind of do something that's chill and relaxed. And sometimes video games, sometimes it's just kind of I built a patio in my backyard last year. I just got a bunch of big brick rocks, and just made a patio, and didn't take technical skills. It was just kind of you do that in Animal Crossing, just hitting buttons to build paths and stuff. It's why can't I do that in real life? So I did it, and it was super refreshing. Physically it was tiring, but mentally it was refreshing. But yeah, I know this next one could be controversial and could be kind of triggery, I think, because Israel isn't beloved by everybody in the world right now. But I had a chance to go there with a bunch of friends years ago, and it was really, I learned something that was really fascinating. They're really strict most people are really strict on the Sabbath. Like, I spent time with Jews, Catholics, Christians, and Muslims. Some Muslims weren't, they were just kind of like whatever about the Sabbath. But some were like, hey, it's Sabbath, we're just gonna go rest with our family kind of thing. Which was really interesting. And there were like religious type people and there were like very secular type people. But most people like honor the Sabbath. And it was fascinating because you would watch them and their mindset wasn't like, oh yeah, if I get this done, I can take a Sabbath this weekend. Their mindset was more like, I must work hard. I have no option but to finish this by like Friday night at sundown, I think it was. I think it's Friday night at sundown until Saturday night at sundown was Sabbath. And they're like, I have no choice but to finish this by then. So I'll finish it. And they worked super hard as a result during the week. And then it would like become sundown on Friday night. And the whole like city of Jerusalem is just like crickets, dude. Here and there you would see like an Arab guy driving a taxi only. Like very, very few people on the street. And if you do see people on the street, you know, they're just like, shalom, you know, like, peace, what up, dog? That's exactly how they do it in Israel. But seeing that, I was like, wow, I've always wondered why Israel is able to be such a powerhouse, like, economically and politically in the world. And yeah, I know there are, like, loads of other kinds of reasons for that historically and stuff, but economically and in terms of, like, high-tech industries and stuff like that, you can't really argue with that, you know? And I would venture to say that humans are designed to rest once a week. And as a result of that, when you're doing that, you can think well, you can like function well, you can work with other people well and create new things. And so that's something that I learned that really changed my life. And so my wife and I have started to implement that. And we're just kind of like, hey guys, I'm super busy on that day because it's my day off. I'm super busy doing nothing. And that attitude has really helped to shape like family life, business life, friendships, and like every other aspect of my life, you know? And so I encourage you to consider that. And also during this time, I don't know when you're watching this, but during this time of economic upheaval in the world due to COVID, I think it's especially a good opportunity to consider how we can rest, how we can recover, how we can get back and just chill and put the phone away and, you know, read a book or write a book or journal or pray or things like that, you know, and these are really good. This is a really good opportunity to do that. Do not waste this quarantine. That being said, I have a request for you. Share a story with me in the comment section. What is a way that rest refreshed you or helped you or healed you or restored a relationship or a job? And while you're at it, hit that bell icon, hit that like icon. Send me some love, guys. I really want to get to know you more. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon.